No. Do it feel like you pregnant at first? No. Can't nobody tell, can it? But you begin to talk to that baby like that baby there, right? And yes, we did. Some no. So as you get further along in the pregnancy, that baby recognize your voice, right? Hey, baby, it get. Let you know this my mom. Come on here. So at the end, when the baby do, when you have the baby, and the baby hear you talking, the baby looked at you, say, you my mom. That's what Ricky did. I talked to Ricky so much, and then when he was born, and I said, hey, he looked at me, you my mama? I said, yeah. That's what he said. I heard him in the spirit. Because he was looking at me like, you my mama? Because he was familiar with the voice. Yeah. All right. Think about it. Even with your children, you called them their name. So at first, did they know when they was a little baby, did they know that was their name? No. How did they know that was their name? You kept calling them that, and eventually they start responding to it. That's how your faith is. You got to keep speaking it to like it's a little baby to it manifest.
That's just like when you have been outside with your friends, you playing, and your parents call you. You know their voice. You know, like, and even some of the other people might know. Okay, that's your mama calling you. Yeah. So it's just like that.
Same way. And we gotta understand. Oh Lord. So we gotta understand. You got the power and the ability to speak things into existence because you got that authority. Okay. Read the rest of the story.
One stop
there. 4.
By faith, Abel brought God a better offering than Cain. By faith, he was commended as righteous when God spoke well of his offering, and by faith, Abel still speaks even though he is dead.
Right. So even with that, you may say, what does that got to do with authority? Because even it goes back to where, and back in the biblical days, that's was the first murder and the first spirit of jealousy came in. God gave them both authority. He gave them both power. He told them what he required of them. But one got mad at the other because Cain, I want to give God my best offering. Abel, I want to make sure that my goat don't have no spots on it. I want to make sure I give God my fattest lamb that I got. Abel saying, Cain said, whichever one, they're going over there. Then he want to get mad at his brother because he seen how God was blessing his brother, and he began to get jealous. But God gave them both the same authority. Yeah. But one, because it's all in how you look at it. Well, God favored him more than he favored me, and God said, no, I didn't. I gave y'all both the same thing. I told you both what I required, but one of you listened and the other just give me God whatever. And then we're going to get mad because God blessing this other person over here, but are you giving what they're giving? Because the more that you do, the more authority God going to give to you. Because you got the right motive, you got the right perspective, and you got the right spirit. But when we have a wrong kind of spirit, we have a tendency to look at with jealousy and animosity. And the Bible says jealousy would lead to sin. Sin would lead to death. See, it first started off first, he got jealous. Start plotting in the mind. Okay, now I'm finna kill him. And he did. Because he didn't want to utilize his authority God gave him. And see, we got to understand that God will bless us, but we first got to use what we got. What am I saying? You talking about you want power, but if every time you get a headache, you taking Tylenol. But then you get mad at that person because they laying hands on folk, but you first got to ask them, what did they do to start off? They first started off dealing with that headache they had. Ooh, once that word knock, lay hand on my leg. Ooh, now that word knock, lay hand on my back. See, now I work my way up. God gave me more authority because he see that he could trust me. See, we seem to think that God going to trust us just like, bang, there it is. Because can I tell you one thing about God? He don't give you stuff on sale.